What up, guys and girls? Another brand new video coming at you today. We are back for another round of the Race Spec F1 Esports F2 Pacific Series for Season 2. We're here for round number 9 here at Spa-Francorchamps here for the Belgian Grand Prix. So we're about to set off now for our one-shot qualifying lap here around Spa. And typical of me, no practice really as always, but I can't remember. No, I actually haven't had much. Did I have much experience around this track? I can't remember. I don't think I have. Just trying to think back as far as I can. No, I missed it on the Xbox side. So no, I got no knowledge on the Xbox side of things for PS4. So I'm pretty much going in blind here. But yeah, I'm hoping for a decent result. Hungary, you know, it was a bit of a, well, if you haven't seen Hungary, go check it out. There'll obviously be a video linked at the end of this video as always, as well as if you haven't seen the whole playlist of this season so far, then be sure to go check that one out as well. But yeah, Hungary was a bit of a mixed bag, to say the least. It's to say, well, we almost got reverse grid pole, which would have been nice to start from the front of the grid, but second race obviously was pretty horrible, really, when we went wide at the one of the curves and got one of the exit curves, and yeah, pretty much spun us out, and I basically gave up after that one. So this lap at the moment, I mean, didn't feel like it was too bad at the moment. We set a 33.716 at the end of sector 1 here, and we're just going through sector 2. We should be able to get sector 2 times in a minute. Just wanted to take things cautiously here on this lap, you know, obviously just in case some people invalidated their lap times, you know, we can make up a few grease spots along the way. You know, quality pace hasn't been too bad so far in the F2, especially in the GOAT car, as always. It's 127.511 was sector 2 split time, so we just take it through the bus stop chicane, Blogshimon, I should say. Now we're coming into what is known as the bus stop chicane. Taking it nice and cautiously, don't want to corner cut the final couple of corners, especially the first part of the corner there. But here we are, we're going to have to cross the line. So Zach will get provisional P1. We sit at 159.919. And again, I didn't feel like it was a bad lap. I mean, it was a couple of seconds off the pace. That's when until I saw the results screen on your screen now. So like I said, Zach got the bonus 4 points. And we scroll all the way down to find myself at P16. So yeah, it wasn't the greatest of laps, but there was a couple of guys that got themselves disqualified, and
the whole team are rooting for you. Show them what you can do.
Thank you, Jeff. But yeah, the teammate was about just one spot ahead of me in P15. But you're seeing here, this is going to be, you could say, a little bit interesting to say the least, because the strategy, obviously, I think we'll get to that a little bit later in the video because it is a bit long, but the weather was going to turn a little bit wet, so I thought maybe we start on the medium compounded tyres. And I thought, you know, that'll be a great strategy. Start on the harder compounded tyres, you know, get ourselves to the wet weather, all fine and dandy. Until we get to this point of the lobby, which a couple of guys were, you know, having those little, the loading part of the, before you get the ticks anyway, and unfortunately the lobby broke. So that was really fun of it. There's one of the guys, Dr. Dre, was one of the ones that got the, well, basically still loading per se, but yeah, unfortunately the lobby glitched, like I mentioned.
Let's focus now for the rest of the race.
And I don't know what the hell Jeff was. Jeff must be on something, seriously, because we haven't even started the race, Jeff. Anyway, but yeah, constituted that we had to restart the lobby, and unfortunately the qualifying doesn't mean much at all, because I think if you watch Spilly's point of view, which I'll leave everybody else's point of views channel, if you want to go check out their channels, they'll be down in the description below. If you do want to set the grids like you do in normal Formula 1, it'll not just do it for the feature race, but it'll do it for the sprint race. And I had no knowledge of that, so basically we had to do the one-shot qualifying all over again, which it was a little bit annoying, but anyway, it is what it is, really. But second time around, we got a little bit sideways, got on the exit curb, and obviously validated, and then
engine off.
Well, I mean, that basically sums it up, really. We just basically crashed ourselves out. Basically, there was no point in me finishing the lap at all, because, well, your times don't get added at all if you get yourselves, well, invalidated or disqualified anyway. So Pure Gold this time gets pole position, so he'll get the extra 4 bonus points. Ahead of Crossy, Zach, Spilly, the gaming way for Iceman. And you go back all the way down. My teammate actually had a better qualifying session second time round in P11, but there's myself in position 19, and Terry Lunacy joins us on the back of the grid in P20. Difference-wise here, the weather's fine for the feature race, which, I mean, it was a little bit annoying to say the least. I would have liked a little bit of wet weather again to maybe spice things up. Although, saying that, we've not had the greatest of runs in the wet weather, to say the least. But we're going to do the same strategy, basically, as what we were planning on doing, which is go start on the mediums and then go on to the softs. We've got a few mates along the way that are going to do the same thing, including, I think, some of the league group, well, some of the guys in the top 10 at the moment, as we're about to set off now for the formation lap. Here's the championship standings on your screen.
Okay, go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
Thank you, Jeff, as always. So there was the standings. So it's 10 points between, it's basically the top 3 that are within 10 points of each other there, as 62 points as James Cruz going for a spin on the formation lap. Oh, gee, nothing new there, unfortunately, for James, but he wasn't the only one. I think, who's that? That's Gaming Wafer. That's actually had a little bit of spin there in front of Plebs. I think he's just done the full 360 there, has Gaming Wafer, but oh dear, James. I mean, thankfully, he didn't get damage in this, so that's a bonus out of that one. So he managed to get back going and join us at the back of the grid. But like I said, standings-wise, it was 10 points between the top 3, I think it was from memory, and then 62 points between the constructors. So it's looking, I wouldn't say, no, you wouldn't probably say it's dominant factor at this stage, but there's only this round plus another 3 left, so anything's possible here. But we're obviously P15 in the standing, so I'd like to move ourselves up a little bit more in the championship. Fingers crossed if we can, but we're going to have to do it the long way, unfortunately. So here we go. We're all set for round number 9 here in Belgium. 5 red lights. Very long hole, but let's do it around Spa-Francorchamps. I nearly set Bahrain at the start of it, but that was round 1. We actually get a decent start off the line here. We beat off a couple of soft compound tyre runners. That's Proximity Ross there. It's just take nice and cautiously here through turn 1. We don't want to cause any dramas. My teammate getting a little bit sideways there in the foreground, but now we're going to go side by side here with Proximity Ross, who's the one that's going to bail out here through Eau Rouge, up right on, but none of us really. But in the end, I have to oblige by going behind Proximity Ross for the time being. But we're not done yet. We're going to try go around the long way around here. It's not easy to do, especially when you come up into Lake Com, down the Kemmel Straight, as there's a couple of cars that have just taken each other out there. Or one of them might have taken each other out there. So well, there's a couple of spots. So up into, well, now P16. But now we're still putting a pressure here on Proximity Ross in the BWT Arden car. So it looks like there's a few battles going on just in the foreground there as well. But we just can't quite have enough in the end to Proximity Ross in that pink car. But unfortunately, he's on the soft compounded tyres as well, should point out, if that's not obvious already. It's Gold Golf's getting getting a little bit going deep there into turn 13, I think it was. We have a little bit of a look up the inside here. Gave us a little bit of a sniff going into Savalo, but not quite close enough in the end. So just going to have to bide our time here. We're trying to get a decent run out of turn 16 there, but not quite close enough here. As he runs a little bit wide going into the final couple of quarters, but nothing doing there, unfortunately. So we just got to bide our time here a little bit. We don't want to get obviously stuck behind these guys for too long, otherwise we'll probably lose a little bit of ground to the leading group here as there's more battles going on. We tried to get the crisscross actually going into turn 1, but just didn't quite have the drive coming out of this corner here. Like I said, I've probably mentioned this many a times as well. Everybody's on the equal setup, so what do you call it? The default setups, I should say. So all of us are on similar setups, so nobody gets an advantage at all. Probably just the difference is just the driving styles, probably. Because we just get showed the nose here on Proximity Ross, but not buying it at this stage. We're catching up to a little bit of a battle group here that's forming just in the foreground there. I think my teammates involved in. Oh, there's Plebs going off the road and into the wall there. Would not be surprised if he's got some front wing damage out of that. I'll be amazed if he doesn't, but there's another spot again, so up into 14th place here. As we're now still trying to catch up to this battle pack. It's literally a battle pack of ourselves and another 4 cars as we get a little bit sideways coming off the corner here. But maybe if we can just, maybe one of these guys make a mistake, we might be able to get a decent run in this corner as he goes wide. Actually, goes proximity Ross into turn 16. We're going to go try to get a much better momentum here, literally go onto the grass. I was not going to give up with that, let me put it that way. I was going to just go hard or go or bust, really. I don't even think that's the right saying, but I don't care. It didn't quite work out in the end as we have a little look up the inside here. I think we may have got a warning there. I don't actually remember. Oh, gold gloves, I think that was. Yes, it is. He's just popped down the totem pole there. We're now up in the 13th place. It's quite easy. If you get on the power, you can lose the back end at the final corner. And I think that's what gold gloves has done. So up in the 13th place we go. But this is probably, again, it's only a 13-lap race, but this is probably the time when the softs will probably start to die off a little bit here as we just got in a little bit too deep there. Had to literally take the shortcut across Les Combes there. But we've lost all our momentum through there, but we're going to see if we can try and gain back up to these guys as quick as we can. It looks like he's my teammate and who's that? Kick Butt Kiwi there, and you and I Virtuosi car. I think Kick Butt Kiwi's just got by my teammate actually, so it puts him, I think, inside the top 10 if I'm not mistaken. But now again we're putting pressure here back on proximity Ross again. We can say his name quite a lot here. Chucked it out if you want to, but anyway, we'll again just trying to get a much better run out of the final corner. We do get DRS, which obviously was enabled the last time around, but not quite enough. Close enough in the end. And back onto the Camel straight here. We're not really close enough here. We lost a little bit of ground. Actually, my teammate's actually making moves. He's just got back past Kick Butt Kiwi. No, he hasn't. As we nearly, oh God, don't do that. Jesus, I have my heart in my mouth there. I tell you what, that was very, very lucky in the end of that. The teammates didn't collide there. And thankfully, I picked the right way in the end there. So, unfortunate way for my teammate. But anyway, well, I think he might have actually done that on his own. We'll get a replay of that in a sec. But let's look at replays from the start. On board, we go over Crossy. He's starting from position 2. Nice start there from Peel Gold. He's going very wide there into turn 1. There's Zach straight up the inside in the Carlin entry. So he's got that move.
Fuck, look behind, Seb.
Straight away up the inside. As again, these think Crossies and Toddy's point of views will have.
Breno, what are you doing? Stopping me up mid fucking Eau Rouge. How fucking dumb is that?
That voice you hear in the background there, that's actually Plevs, who's
Breno literally just
having a few moments here. We'll have a look why in a second. Here we go on board with Plevs. He's on the soft compounded tyres. And like I said, I think a lot of the guys may start on the mediums. There might be the odd one or two that might be on softs, like Plevs. I think Iceman could be another one, just looking at it. It's a bit hard to tell. Yeah, it looks like he is on the soft compounded tyres, actually, but it was Breno just getting up the inside there. And that was Toddy trying to get by Breno. We'll look at more Toddy's point of view in a moment. But this is what Plevs was going on about there, and I mean... But yeah, probably you can understand Plevs' frustration there a little bit. But and he probably lost all the momentum there, losing spots right, left, and centre. And this is back down to 15th place, and that would explain what happened with Dre. And I think it was one of the Campos cars. I'm not sure which one. Might have been Alex. I'm not. Yeah, but actually it might have been Alex because I think BK's in the foreground there. So I think he just went into the corner. Well, he's on the tighter line there. Was Dr. Dre, but unfortunately, I think he's just locked up, went in a little bit too deep, and unfortunately taking Alex with him. So those guys will be at the back of the pack as here we go. There's Plevs trying to make, he's come back through the field here. As a little look up the inside on my teammate. He was up there, up in position 12 there for the moment, but I think Plevs was also complaining a little bit about BK's red Xing, but probably that's nothing new with BK, unfortunately, but yet again, it's probably similar with me. So anyway, but he could not quite get by my teammate. Runs a little bit wide, and I don't think he's got quite the momentum there in the end. Here's the board. We go with Toddy in the iVirtuosi car. And like I said, again, you'll probably hear the party chat, and you'll probably hear the same thing that was said on Crossy's point of view. And this is Toddy up the inside. And this is probably where he got the good run here. Yeah, there you go. So that's how he got past.
Look behind Seb.
Or getting past Breno there. There's a little bit of contact there as well.
2x2.
Between Breno and Toddy. But
oh, Breno, what are you doing?
and that was probably
stopping the
as Schmitty actually and Iceman were going side by side there up to Eau Rouge, but I think Iceman got the move done. You can see, look at the amount of momentum that Toddy's trying to gain here on Schmitty. But no, oh, yeah, actually, he might be able to do it here if he hangs it. Oh, there's a little bit of contact through there. But he might try to crisscross. Schmitty goes a little bit wide. Schmitty's going to cover late. A little bit late, but that's okay, I think.
Pardon?
Just manages to hang on for the time being, and his teammate actually kicked butt Kiwi's not far behind. Let's have a look on board with his point of view, actually. I think this is probably the first time we've seen his point of view since probably Bahrain, I want to say. It's another guy who's on the soft compounded tyres, trying to make good use of these tyres as quick as he can. He actually goes there through his teammate. That would have been a bit awkward there if he and Toddy came together through there, but thankfully good. Thankful for the ghosting anyway, but this is what occurred through here. You can see players actually, you can see what happened through there, and obviously Kick Butt got the run through there, and this is, I assume he's going to make a move here on Breno, possibly. He might have to do it the long way around here. That was Toddy and Schmitty trying to battle away here. But Kick Butt, does he go deep enough? This time he might. Like Breno's putting up a bit of a fight, pretty much like what happened with his teammate. As they go side by side through here, and these two again were still battling away at the front, in front of these two here. But I think this is where Kick Butt got the move. I think it might have been actually, that's where the footage sort of cut out, unfortunately. All right, back we go to James Cruz, who started, well, just one spot ahead of me. It's a decent start for James off the line there. It's actually nice and cautiously through here. How's his brakes working? Remember back to the last episode, he was literally putting moves. I think it might have been, was it Hungary or the race before Britain? I can't remember, but gets a warning there for a collision with Proximity Ross. I don't know why. Just take it nice and cautiously through here. I think he might want to use the brake a little bit, but no, he manages to hang on to the road there. Keep it on to the black stuff, and there goes Taya Lunacy up the inside there, so that puts James back to 20th place. Or does he go for a move up the inside here? Or does Lunacy go deep? He sort of goes in deep a little bit there. There's a little bit of contact, and he runs wide. And I think actually Lunacy might have got caught up in that, and there's Alex making a recovery after, it was Alex in the Campos car, so trying to make a recovery back up the inside. Well, not if James is going for that move. Very late on the brakes there, but it doesn't work out in the end, and there goes the front wing, unfortunately. I think there was at least a little piece as Dre goes way off the track. I think he was trying to avoid James as best he can, and I think he managed to do it, even though ghosting is on this for this league. Anyway, back we go to Plebs, up the inside again of my teammate on lap 2. And these two might be going, well, they're going to go side by side here down one of the old pit straights here. Well, this would be tricky, going side by side through here. It can be done, but you have to be treated carefully. And manages to just make their way through there. And this is how the Gold Gloves obviously got the momentum. And wouldn't be surprised if my teammate actually got an illegal overtake for how much track he cut through there. And I think he's given up the spot in the end there to Plebs, so puts Plebs to 13th. Going to get 12th back here of Gold Gloves. Actually, never mind, he did get 12th back. That might explain what happened there with the back end loss, I think, for Plebs, and he drops back into behind me in P15 there. Don't think there was. I thought on my screen it looked like it was a little bit of contact as Kick Butt Kiwi just saving the back end there. You do not want to be touching that curb through the first part of Puon, especially. That's lost a lot of momentum there. He's lost a couple of spots, I think, from that, as he's the lead, is battling away here. Zach trying to get the lead of the Grand Prix on Pure Gold. Bang wheels a little bit. Who was it more?
They don't have the grip of the F1
Doesn't
cars.
not quite have enough there in the end, does Zach in the end, but he'll probably try for another move as Spilly having a look up the inside. It's a bit of a quiet achiever, you could say, as Spilly. Just been monitoring what's going on in the top three. Is my teammate getting by Kick Butt Kiwi. Now, this was actually going on while we were in front. Sorry, while I was behind there, I should say. This was going side by side. Yeah, just making it through there. That's not easy through Lake Como either. And then he should have the inside line here into Bruxelles, and he does. And it gets the spot back in the end. This is lap to lap 4 here. This is, I think, Toddy going to make a move here on Schmitty, he's got the DRS, obviously. Got plenty of straight line speed, and there you go, up the inside. Iceman has I think he had a bit of a moment there. Sounds like from Toddy's point of view. He actually hit the fastest first sector as well, so he's got some speed in that car as well. But yeah, I think my teammate here, you can see on the replay, lost it on his own there. But lucky I didn't go right, otherwise there would have been curtains really for MP Motorsport. But thankfully I managed to avoid all of that drama in front there. You can see on board with Plebs. Look how close it was. Literally, there was nothing much in it, I don't think. But in the end, it was the way it was. And fortunately for my teammate, man, didn't work as Iceman goes using every single bit of road there. Sure, Bongshibon as trying to go up there, and the outside is Toddy. As Schmitty comes from nowhere. I think he was trying to go for the 2-for-1 move. Didn't quite work there in the end, but he will get Toddy back, I think. And yes, he will. As now we try to get Iceman as well, so he might get the 2-1 in the end there, and he does. As Toddy goes around the outside of Iceman and gets P7 back. I think those soft compounder tyres will be starting to wear out a little bit. As Toddy now will put his pressure back again on Schmitty here. Over as we go, he should easily have this done. I don't think Schmitty's got DRS, so I could be wrong. With the straight line speed here with the DRS open, should make an easy move there for Toddy. Up into 6th place he goes. Next up for him is Gaming Wave, who's I think 2.5 seconds a bit further up the road there, from what I can tell there. But here we go, back to our little battle here with Proximity Ross. We just could not get past him. I don't know what it was. But he had some decent speed, so as we had a little bit of a sniff there at Bruxelles, but again, we just went in a little bit too deep and lost a bit more momentum there. But I mean, credit to him, he had some pretty decent speed in the soft compounded tyres, but we were really starting to close in on him here as I think the softs were starting to wear out. As here's Plebs into the pit lane. This is I think it was an early stop here for Plebs, getting onto the medium compounded tyres, so obviously wasn't a big fan of the softs. As back we go with James, as he gets a little bit sideways onto the curb and hits the wall again. And yeah, that's another wall there, James, unfortunately. And yeah, that's made your front wing even more worse. As it's all what it looked like aboard with Plebs, who was literally not far behind here. Oh, this was actually the same lap that he'd come out of the pits here. But I think he will make this move here up the inside of Puan. I think James didn't probably realise until it was a little bit nearly late, but thankfully he managed to get the move done in the end. But back we go to our point of view, just literally trying our best to try and get past Proximity Ross. But I just decided to back off just in case some of these guys pitted. As right on cue, there they go. So Kick Butt Kiwi and Proximity Ross come into the pit lane. So they're getting off their soft tyres.
Approaching the pit window, you'll be on the softs.
Pretty early here, as we're now up into position 9 of ourselves here. As back up we go to the top of them, down to the Keppel Straight. Here comes Spilly with the DRS, and yeah, it'll be easy for Spilly in the Trident up into the podium position. So I don't think Crossy will have enough in the end to get him back. No, he won't. As I think the two are still battling away for the race leader, being Pure Gold and Zach. But here we go with Toddy again. He's still resuming his battle here with Schmitty for 6th place. As there goes Schmitty around the outside, and yep, easy as you like, really. Easy. The DRS is working well here. As this is on board with Plebs. Again, this is when I think Iceman and Proximity Ross and I think Kick Butt Kiwi and that had just pitted and literally just come out just ahead of him here. But of course, Plebs on the much warmer tyres compared to the other guys that are pretty much on the cold medium tyres here. Yeah, and they should get this done and easy into Laycom here, and now I'll try and chase after Kick Butt Kiwi here. Although it probably won't be too long before Kick Butt Kiwi's tyres will be up to temperature, and he'll probably be able to start to pull away here, being on the 1 lap fresher medium compounded tyres. Back we go to Crossy. Bobby trying to get one back here on Spilly here, back on the Camel Straight. And yes, he does. DRS open, pretty simple as you like. And he gets back up into the podium positions. And I think these guys were pretty much trying to, well, I think it will be swapping positions right, left, and centre, and this keeps going every single lap. As I say that, back to, we get a little bit further back to Toddy and Schmitty. So he's trying to break the slipstream here, is Schmitty, but it's no use really. He probably knows he has to gain some points here back on Toddy, because, like I said, there's 10 points behind Toddy, and Schmitty's 10 points behind Toddy, and also Spilly is another 10 points as well. But this was James Cruz. Caught the penalty for cutting the chicane there, and also comes a speeding penalty for into the pit lane. So not been an ideal weekend again for James, unfortunately. And so he's going to get the front wing change, obviously, and onto the soft compounded tyres. This you probably get to the end of the race if you just be careful and just don't hurt your tyres too much. That's the way he goes. Takes a little bit longer, obviously, with the front wing change in Formula 2 cars, obviously. But, yeah, back to our point of view. Not much happened here because we were pretty much on our lonesome here. But on the lap 8, a lot of the guys have come into the pit lane here for their soft compounded tyres. But we're just going to keep on going here for pretty much as long as we can here. We've set another personal best there. So, and then we're up at the P5 now. BK's a little bit further up the road there as Crossy.
Fuck me.
No.
Why is Belgium 60 Ks?
Not happy with the speed limit there as Crossy. I think he must have thought it was 80 Ks or something, but no, 60 Ks here, unfortunately. Crossy here at Belgium. A nice stop from the Salvage Union team. Manages to stay ahead of Spilly. There's Spilly right on cue. We'll get on board with Toddy's point of view in a moment, but this is Crossy out of the pit lane. There's Alex, who's one who has not stopped yet. And I don't know, he might be sporting a little bit of front wing damage here, but we're trying to get past Alex as quickly as he can here before Spilly comes flying through. And, well, Spilly will be trying to actually get the slipstream here of Alex as he tries to go up the middle here. Not quite like Schumacher, Mika Hakkinen style, but goes for a move. A little bit of contact there, but he's still on the inside there, and I think he might have it. They give each other respective racing room. That's good racing.
So you got held in the
and he just manages to hang on for the moment, does Crossy. I think Spilly have a little look. No, well, he has a little look, but not quite close enough there in the end. It was a bit hard to tell whether there was damage on Alex's car anyway, but would not be surprised probably with the contact with Dr. Dre. But this is Toddy in for his soft compounded tyres, literally the same lap as Crossy. And a bit further forward in the lap here is someone's going a little bit for a weave there. There's the Gold Gloves, goes very deep into the corner here and loses the back end. And, well, that's pretty much easy simples there for Toddy. Next up will be Gaming Wafer. I think got by, that might have been what the replay was, Gaming Wafer getting by Gold Gloves. But just touched the curb there a little bit there and managed to save it, thank God. But anyway, we're running very, very wide here at the turn 16 there, but we are going to box at the end of this lap here and get on to the soft compounded tyres to see what we can do here. I may be hoping for a points paying position here, but I don't know here. We're going to take it nice and cautiously, make sure we don't speed into the pit lane. But we've got a few mates here. There's actually my teammates in the pit lane as well, so we've not planned that well, unfortunately. I was actually hoping one of us would split the strategies, but not the case, unfortunately. So BK's in. I think Schmitty's come in as well. I think maybe the other couple of guys as well, the top two that didn't pit either. But onto the soft compounded tyres with literally the last pit lane garage here as we get released. There's my teammate. Sorry about that, teammate. He'll be probably waiting a little bit longer at the pit stops there. But we do get the jump actually on Proximity Ross there in the end, but he'll obviously have the warmer tyres coming up Rouge and Radion, but we should have the much better grip here into the latter part of the race. Lap 9 of 13. He will obviously get the DRS, but obviously we're going to cover the inside line here just to make sure he doesn't get past me. But I think that was pretty much, well, I mean, it was given there that he was going to get back past me. But I was hoping that the soft compound tyres would not take too long to get up to temperature here, and we can probably try and get a move here. We've got the much better grip, like I said. You can have a look here up the inside. Just have a look at it. He runs a little bit wide. Make sure we've got the momentum. We've got the much better drive out of the corner. And there we go, up into P12 here. Next up is Iceman, who's currently got the fastest lap of the race. It might take a little bit of time to catch back up to him. This is Toddy making a move up the inside here of Alex. I think he was coming into the pit lane anyway. I think it was the same lap as I was in as well. But here we go. This battle resumes again between Spilly and Crossy. I think Pure Gold is obviously one of the guys that just come in and got onto the soft compound tyres. So he's maintained P2. Zach's maintained P1. But this battle for the podium's not done with yet, as Crossy just managed to hang on again in front of Spilly for the time being. As back we go again. Toddy's getting closer here to the back of Gaming Wafer. He should be. Well, Gaming Wafer will cover the inside line here, but I don't think it'll be any use here. He'll easily have him here down the Kemmel Straight. And up into 5th place goes Toddy. Now, probably could chase after Spilly as best he can. He's set another fastest first sector there, so he's got some speed to burn, that is for sure. As there's BK leaving the pit lane, literally side by side here with Plebs. I don't think you want to be going side by side on cold tyres, that is for sure, up Eau Rouge. But this might give Plebs a bit of momentum here to get onto the back of Kick Butt Kiwi here. This is for the battle for, well, not only for points but for the reverse grid pole as well, because remember, if you finish P8 you'll get reverse grid pole for the sprint race. So at the current moment Plebs has got it, and up into 8th place he goes. It's BK will be coming hard, that is for sure. It's as you can see, a little bit of battling going on in the foreground here. I was hoping that would occur because obviously those guys, well, on the medium compounded tyres, and as you can see, I think this is what occurred here. I was thinking, I saw somebody go a little bit sideways there. That might be who. So there goes BK. I think pretty simple move. In the end, I think he got the move done. In the end, back we go again to this battle for the final spot on the podium. I think Spilly should have this move done for P3, and he does easily up the Kemmel Straight. I think can Crossy fight back? No, not quite. So might have to hopefully stick behind here for the time being. But we're just slowly but surely here as we get a little bit sideways onto the grass. It sort of had tell momentum there a little bit, but it was slowly but surely coming at the end of this lap now. You see there's actually nearly a full wave. You count Plebs, BK's in there, Kickbutt and Kiwi and Iceman. As we set our fastest lap of the race, I believe, on lap 10. Yes, that is right. 2 minute .269, 1.9 seconds quicker. So we've got some decent pace. Now we're right all over the back here of Iceman. If we can get past him quickly enough, we might be able to maybe have a battle for maybe the 8th position here, and maybe get another chance for a reverse grid pole here. But we've got the DRS, but unfortunately the other guys will have DRS as Breno now retires from the Grand Prix as well. As we have a little bit of a moment there. Have a look up the inside here, sending it up the inside into ACOM. We're actually banging wheels here. I'm trying my absolute best to keep it up the inside here. And we just hanging on for now, but James is now retired as well. But now we're going, as Iceman goes very deep there. We should maybe have this move up the inside into here, as there's a little bit of contact there. I was not, as we finally get the move done and through the corner with no name. Let him know my feelings about it, but I have maybe a feeling he might have gone to, looking back on the footage after the race, probably he might have got onto the curb just a little bit too much there and might have lost the back end there. As speaking of losing on the curb, there's James slamming it into the wall there. And thankfully there's nobody around him. I think Breno might have retired in the pit lane there, so not been an ideal race for Breno, but Dave's obviously going to have to continue on here without the front wing. He's down in last place as he Oh, don't go flat through here, and there's the end result there.
Are you all right? Let me know you're all right.
Although the car didn't go flying. I have seen cars go flying there in the past, so not the case for James, although it was probably slightly slower crash than what other crashes I've seen there in the past. But now we're closing in here, still for position 8, as Plebs again has gone for a spin. This time actually more a 180 spin there, not a half spin and end up bang the wall there. I think he actually may have gotten away without any front wing damage, which was remarkable earlier on, but gets himself in a P10. We lost a bit of momentum there. We're losing momentum to the guys in front here, but someone who's gaining momentum here is Iceman. He's going to have a look up around the outside. Have to cover the inside line, obviously. But we're going to have a look up the inside, just let him know we're there. So we're trying to do literally a crisscross here. We can't do it through here. We'll have to try have the better momentum out of here as he covers the inside line here. And we have a look here into turn into Bruxelles. That lock up the brakes and we make contact and around we go. So they just had to literally pull out of the road there of Plebs. Sorry, it might have been Plebs there. No, yeah, that was Plebs there. Well, actually got out of the way of somebody else there, but yeah, it was furious after the race with the Iceman, but we'll get back onto that in a moment or two. But yeah, I think Plebs just done this all on his own there. It's a weird spin there, I've got to say. Just literally nothing much happened, really. Just lost the back end, probably just got on the power a little bit too early, and that was it for Plebs. But this is Kick Butt Kiwi battling away with BK for the fight. Well, P8 for the for reverse grid pole, and he'll get the momentum here with the DRS and easy as you like. But go back to this replay again. I mean, I think the move was definitely on here, but I probably got a little bit heated and said that was Iceman's fault, but I put my hand up there. That was probably 100% my fault there. I'd probably just got a little bit heated after probably that earlier move. I think it was a one lap earlier where I didn't like it, but yeah, fortunately it is what it is there. And yeah, Plebs thankfully did do the avoiding action there. But thankfully the car's ghost. So it's at other leagues not the case. You got to be careful. But this battle here for the final points paying, well, not for, I would stop saying the final points paying position. That's the next race. The battle for the reverse grid pole is on here between BK and Kick Butt Kiwi. I don't know the penalty situation between these two. But Kick Butt will have the line into turn 1. And of course, BK's got the much better grip here on the soft compounded tyres, but you don't want to be the car behind. I've got to say that. You don't want to be the car in front here. So I think Kick Butt will have the DRS here. Yes, he will. And he should have the move done here at the end of the Kemmel Straight. And look at that, straight line speed improved quite a bit there, and he easily's got that move done. But it isn't done with yet. Oh, no, it is not. As BK will come back here around the outside here. Pull on. There's actually Kick Butt. He goes in deep, and that'll give the spot back to BK. So that gets him back into 8th position here. And again, it's not done either. We'll go back to the incident a bit further back. As now Kick Butt trying everything to get P8. He'll have to go flat through here. There's a little bit of contact. Might have given him a little bit of a shove there. But might be coming back here. If you just keep it on the inside, BK actually goes a little bit deeper. Make contact, and I think he'll hang on for P8, which will get him a reverse grid pole in the end. So, great battling all round from those guys. Those two.
The gap to the car ahead is 1.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 8 laps old. The time last lap was a 2:11.2.
And that's what happened to Iceman there. I think he's done pretty much the same what James did at turn 16 there. But we did try and catch up back, bridge the gap a little bit, but we didn't quite have enough in the end for Plebs. So unfortunately, it's not going to be a points for this run. It is going to be P11 actually. We did finish on the road at P12, but I think Proximity Ross might have got some penalties there in the latter part of the race. But in the end, it was Pure Gold that did hold on to win the feature race here around Belgium, with Zach Crichton in P2, and Spilly actually, I think, pulled away in the end from Crossy to finish up in P3. We'll get the final results for the feature race, and then we'll jump into the sprint races. We get a nice bit of XP there, really getting close to the 50 mark here on FY 2019, but hopefully we'll get it before the end. But there's the final race results. So Pure Gold, Zach Spilly, 1, 2, 3. Toddy actually ends up in P4 there, with Schmitty in 5th, Crossy in 6th, and then all the way back down to P11 there. So Crossy lost out a few spots right at the end there, so not sure entirely what happened to him, but Stone Towel, P16, and there's a couple of DNFs there as well. But now we get into the sprint race. I might have actually forgotten some point of views there, so apologies about that. But anyway, is overcast a little bit in this sprint race. But as always, we're all on the harder cop-out tyres, the medium cop-out tyres. Although maybe someone may take a little bit of a gamble. Here we go for the formation lap again.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
Thank you, Jeff, as always. Now, I don't know, I think the goal here from memory for the feature race was just to get into the back end of the points, I think, from memory, because like I said, top 8 only score points in this one, but no doubt there's going to be some battles here, and it's only 9-lap race, I think, in this for the sprint race. So this should be entertaining to say the least. And everybody's, like I said, on the same tyres. Here we go for the sprint race here in Belgium. 5 red lights. Let's do it around Spa-Francorchamps again. We got Plebs on board here as well, because I was cutting it a little bit of time here for getting the video out. But up the inside we go here into turn 1. And we don't get quite the momentum here. I think we may have actually got an illegal overtake there. I don't know why, but it didn't matter in the end. We lost momentum and then we didn't quite get the drive out of the corner there. But up Eau Rouge we go, up Radion, whichever way you want to call it, as we get our first track limits warning there. As look at this, players, you can probably tell on his point of view, it was a close battle here with Zach, and I think that's Kick Butt Kiwi as well. So he's featured quite a bit in this race. Zach goes up the inside here of Kick Butt. We've got a pride position here. If something happens with all these guys, we may be able to gain some spots here. There's now Plebs and Zach will go side by side here down into Bruxelles. I think Zach will have the inside line here, but if Plebs managed to hang around the outside, he might have the next corner, but no, not quite in the end there, as he'll settle back in to P10. We're still in P11, so didn't really gain or lose or anything, so that's probably a bonus there. We'll cut a bit further on here. You can see how close it is between all of us here in up through into campus and into Stavilo here. I think there's a little bit of contact in the foreground there. I think maybe Zach was trying for a move there, but Kick Butt Kiwi's losing spots here as Plebs has gone up the inside as well. And well, like I said, Zach got the move done. Might have lost a couple of spots there to Kick Butt Kiwi, but now just keep watching brief here. There's my teammates joining the party here as well. So this could get very, very interesting between myself and my teammate. So you think about having a move up the inside here, but no can do here. As there's a little bit of contact there. I think Kick Butt Kiwi may have made contact with both these guys. Zach's had to cut the final chicane out. May have just given Kick Butt Kiwi just a feeling of what he thought about that. But anyhow, up the inside, my teammate goes. Is now still going side by side here again with Plebs' point of view in the top right of screen. It's hard to take your eye off it here as they go contact here between those guys in the top right. As my teammate actually backs out of it. They're probably a good thing because we didn't want to go side by side. We get another warning there. But look at the momentum here. We're gaining right with these guys because they've lost quite a bit of momentum there by, I think, well, making contact. Just a tiny bit of contact here. But my teammate's joining in the party. He's going to make it 3 wide. That was never going to end well, and it never doesn't end well, unfortunately, for my teammate. Got to admit, I think that was probably a risky move from my teammate there in the end, and I think he probably knew it as well, but it ends badly, unfortunately, for my teammate. So after all that, we're still in P11. Hard to believe, I know, but I thought we were going to make a couple of spots there, but no, not quite. So we don't quite have the, well, basically it's the same engine, I think, in Formula 2 cars. Doesn't matter what team you're in, it's still the same engine, but it just wasn't quite enough in the end. But we're still watching these guys battle on here. Zach's now cleared, I think, Kick Butt Kiwi, so he can probably start to pull away here. His DRS is now enabled on this lap. It'll be interesting to see what occurs here. Dr. Dre's now behind me at P12. But we're only, like I said, we're on 2 warnings now, so we can't afford another warning because we'll get our first time penalty. And that might be ideal for us, especially if we drop back a few spots at the end of the race. As I think Plebs trying to make a move in the foreground there on Kick Butt Kiwi. This is a little bit of contact, and it's going to send players into a half spin. Managed to avoid him, thankfully, but really, it's not been a great race all round for players, fortunately. So we're now put ourselves into the top 10, and well, you can probably tell from that. I don't think Plebs was pretty happy after that race, after that one, and he just pretty much left the session. In the end, you'll understand why. Is we're now trying to close in here on Kick Butt Kiwi. Again, you'll hear on the other point of views what happened there, but getting a much better run here on Kick Butt Kiwi. We might have a look. We're going to have to do it around the long way here at the bus stop chicane, but if we get the inside line for not for this corner, but the next one, which we don't, unfortunately, as we try to do a little bit of crisscross out of the corner here, but not quite in the end there, as we get a little bit too sideways on the power there. I was probably got a little bit too excited there and lost all my momentum there, so we're going to have to do all this hard work yet again. We'll be closing a little bit here, but not quite close enough in the end. But we're still trying to push on here, trying to catch up to Kick Butt Kiwi, and probably to the guys further up, as we a little bit of a moment there. Could have ended it badly in the wall there, like a couple of others have done so already this this round, you could say. Okay, let's have a look on board with Crossy off the start line. So it was BK on pole ahead of Gaining Wafer. There's I think the two teammates actually side by side. Yes, they are. There's Schmitty on the left-hand side there. So I think Schmitty is in a championship fight here. So there's his nearest rival. Toddy's behind now Crossy. So Toddy won't be able to lose too many points here. I think Spilly's a little bit further behind here now. Two teammates going to go side by side here. Look at this. It's just literally nothing here. They could go 3 wide, but I think Crossy wanted to maybe try for it, but couldn't quite do it in the end. As Gaming Wafer doesn't quite have enough on BK in the end, and these two are still going side by side. I think Crossy will get it done for the time being, but no, he tries the crisscross here, and I think we'll get the move as Gaming Wafer tries for an audacious move, but fails, and he'll have to try that one again. But Schmitty does get by Crossy, and I think Toddy wanted to piece the action there as well, but didn't quite have enough momentum there at the end. He's on board. We go with Toddy's start. Yeah, not too bad of a start there. But there's Spilly, one of his nearest championship rivals. So he'll obviously keep gaining some points on those guys. But as managed to hang on in front of Spilly, he'll obviously get the slipstream a little bit from Crossy and BK. He said the two of these teammates would go side by side here. Thankfully, Crossy, I think, was pulled out of that move. As you see how close it was here between these four here. Could have literally been 4 wide if you think about it, but that would have been very, very risky. It would have ended badly, but just Toddy just watching brief here. I think Spilly had a little look there at Laycom, but not quite close. And actually, there he is. Never mind, I said that. But look how close it was, and Schmitty just had enough room there. Would have been a bit awkward if he just come well, if Toddy was a little bit further up there, and Schmitty just pretty much turned straight into him there. But he tried around the outside, but wasn't really going to work there, unfortunately, for Toddy. But anyway, that's the hook aboard here with his teammate from position 9. As he gets a decent start here. Zach actually didn't get the greatest of starts off the line there, so I think he probably said it in one of the point of views there. I think he accidentally shifted up the second gear, which pretty much just bogs the car down. Well, the engine power, whatever it was anyway, but you literally lose a lot of ground there. That might explain what occurred there. So it was actually Kick Butt Kiwi that slammed into the back of Pure Gold, and I think Zach was probably just an innocent bystander there, copped a little bit of contact. Thankfully, he didn't get any front wing damage to Kick Butt Kiwi. As that was an audacious move there. Probably 2 for 1 was not going to work there in the end. But like I said, Zach probably let him know his feelings there. That might have gotten the legal overtake as well, so had to let him go. So yeah, I think it was a little bit risky, or either the brakes didn't work, one of the two there. But on board, back we go with James. See how his start looks from the rear of the grid. As Dennis staying nice and cautiously straight up the middle. Nearly made contact. Iceman obviously will have to make a comeback and a half here as gets past Tay Lunacy. Has had a little bit of contact there with Gold Gloves in the Trident. Not quite close enough to make a move in Oh, actually, he might be able to, but a little bit cheeky there. Go through there. Oh, actually, he's got an illegal overtake, so that might explain it
Return the position.
a lot there. But so he'll have to give that spot back. Probably doesn't want to, but well, never mind. He's going to go for the move on Iceman there as Alex and Breno go side by side there, and Breno does get the move. Oh, there's more contact as he comes. Who's that on the inside? I think that's Gold Gloves, but I think backs out of it there in the end as he goes deep up the inside there to get the move done on Iceman, and doesn't quite work out. He got the 5-second penalty for an illegal overtake. Obviously, he's still trying to hang on around the inside here of Iceman, but not quite close enough. But Iceman actually just lets him go here. Not sure whether that was a legal overtake or what, but
Let's focus now for the rest of the race.
now he gets the move done into the turn 16, and James loses quite a lot of momentum there. I think he had a little bit of a glitch as well where Gaming Wafer was last, which in fact was incorrect. But there's all contact between, I think, Iceman and Gold Gloves. It ended badly for Iceman. So that's what's going to happen here with James. Up the inside! No contact there, thankfully, but has to use every bit of extension there. And well, gets a legal overtake for a move on Gaming Wafer, which seems a little bit, how are you going? But you probably saw where Gaming Wafer's dot was on the back there, but he's nowhere near him, and it gets it's probably a stupid penalty there, really. But in the end, he loses spots there to his teammate. So ignore the fact that Gaming Wafer's in 20th. As there's my teammate, and badly, obviously, but he lost out quite a bit of time there. As that's the wall again, James. You've done that twice in this race already.
You've taken some minor damage.
So that's not going to help him for these final couple. These next few laps anyway. But he's Toddy trying to make a move here on Crossy for P4. There's literally nothing between these guys. As there's Schmitty Gay up the inside of BK, and he does get the move done. So maybe chase after Gaming Wafer as Toddy gets the move done on Crossy.
Oh my god, he fucking had to hold the inside and spun me.
Oh, a little bit of a lock break there for Toddy. And Crossy gets the move done in the end, and actually might lose another spot to Spilly. There's a little bit of contact. Not nearly sent him in the wall there if he's not careful. But he manages to get the move done. I can't work out who's behind him because the
going to get the boot.
live stream
had to
had that little black screen there. I think he streams from his PS4. There's that move there for Crossy. And you probably heard in the background that was Plebs' reaction. So, and he was not happy. Let's be honest, he was not overly happy after that one. So, and obviously that's why he left. But now Crossy trying to get past BK as best he can.
You have wing damage, Harris?
BK's sort of like a hard defender here. He'll definitely fight hard.
Holy shit, man.
Crossy's trying everything he can to get past BK.
BK's just fucking holding every cunt up.
Actually, Toddy's not.
Fucking BK, man.
Toddy's not overly happy here. I think he gives a few words to BK a little bit later on. But this is Zach getting... Actually, I forgot Zach did the move on Kickback Kiwi as well. But I think it was just a slight little bit of contact there. But, yeah, I mean, it's a weird one, to say the least. I'm not going to, say who's in the right or the wrong here, but I think it was just a little bit of contact, and that's all it was, really, just to send players around, and, well, that's pretty much just sums up his night, unfortunately. So, and like I said, he left the session not long after that. So, anyway, back we go to James, who's had a look there from I think that was my teammate who had a look up the inside there. I think it was quite close enough there in the end. Oh, that's very wide there, James. In the final, the first corner. But here comes my teammate up the inside here. Oh, God, please don't go side by side through here, fellas. Please don't. Oh, it's awkward. Somehow they managed to survive all of that. And my teammate gets up into P18. I think, it is P18 now. Ignore the fact that it says P17 because I think there's... Oh, no, sorry. Was there... No, there might have been just a little bit of a glitch there. I can't work it out there. But Back we go to this battle here. It was still going on between these guys. And Spilly will join this party as well. But all this is doing is literally allowing those two in front, both Schmitty and Gaming Wafer. There's Toddy up the inside. That's not going to help with trying to get past BK as quick as you can. And he might lose a spot to Spilly because he's got the momentum here into turn 1. And he has to break deep as you dare. But Spilly's still there. But he's got the much better traction, I think, does Toddy. Only just. And I think he'll have to heed there, does Spilly. Yes, he does. So manages to hang on for the time being. But let's see what happens here. Does Crossy get past BK? Because he won't have DRS, obviously, will BK, but Crossy will. Toddy, I think, does, and so does Spilly. And, yeah, easy. Crossy will get the move done. I think Toddy will look up the inside. It's not quite close enough there for a move. He's on board with Crossy. What occurred here? I mean, yeah, it's pretty simple there. Up the inside and into P3 now for Crossy in this race. As he goes a little bit deep there, but just manages to hang on to the time being. And for P3, and here's back we go with Toddy up the inside.
Come on, BK. Get your fucking shit out of the road, you fucking idiot.
I said he had a few choice words to say about BK, and he couldn't quite get the move done here. That's probably just racing blood in you sometimes. It probably gets the better of you. But anyway, back we go to our point of view. There's our first time penalty of the race. So that's not going to help things. Oh, there's been a contact there. There goes. There's BK. So something's happened in the foreground there. Not entirely sure. Only bits I saw there was yellow flags and a little bit of front wing there. As we get another track limits warning there, I think, from memory. Let's have a look on board, see what occurred here. So
I don't know if he's going to have your DRS.
Toddy will get DRS, obviously. BK, obviously, again, won't have it because I think he's out of the 1 second bracket and lagging, obviously, as well. I think Spilly will take advantage of this as well. So that probably won't help Toddy too much here. Because it always gets a little bit sideways here and he runs a little bit wide. There comes Spilly up the... Oh, okay, that might explain it.
Oh, well, I'm copping a big penalty for that.
I think Toddy knows what's occurred here, so let's jump aboard with Spilly, see what occurred. So he sort of moves a little bit late just when he cuts across there. And oh, that would explain what happened with both BK and Spilly. Somehow, I think Zach avoided all of that. I don't know how. I think even he was surprised in the end how he survived all of that. But in the end, I think Spilly lost only the 1 spot. Oh, yeah, I think it was only the 1 spot. I could be wrong, but he'll probably lose a few more here. Now he's got front wing damage because that's him in the foreground there, and he's holding up this little group here of it's Pure Gold, and I think including Kickbutt Kiwi as well. But we've got a much nicer run out of that turn 16 there. Now here we go into Blanchimon here. Slowly but surely, just literally just roping them in. Hopefully we can join this party, but they look like they got a little bit checked up there. So we're going to try maybe go around the outside of Kickbutt Kiwi. Pure Gold, I think, was probably a long shot there, but it was side by side here through the bus stop chicane. So I think Pure's trying to get past Spilly as quick as he can. But he can't quite at the end, but yeah, Spilly will be struggling a little bit with front wing damage. I didn't actually see how much damage he got from that, but I dare say to be a fair bit. As now, obviously, BK's retired, I think, in the pit lane there, so that would probably assume how he feels about his race. But you know, side by side here, I think Pure's got the move done. And again, it's sort of a little bit checked up there, you could say, but we get the DRS off these guys. But unfortunately, these two have also got DRS as well, so I think Pure Gold might be the one in the worst trouble here because he's obviously got no DRS, but thankfully just manages to hang on for the time being, and he gets into 6th place, I should say. Now we're obviously right on the edge of the points here. So we're now just closing in here on Kickbutt Kiwi. We seem to be enjoying his company quite a bit during these 2 races, but we can't quite get the momentum there. And I think Iceman's going to possibly join his party as well. He's done a pretty good job. Remarkable with the comeback that he's had, but look at Spilly. He's really struggling here with that front wing damage. And I think Kickbutt Kiwi's going to take full advantage of that and up around the outside. Although Spilly will fight. He'll still fight, but I think he'll have the move done. Yes, he will. Maybe. But now we're just going to see if we can try and get past Spilly as quickly as we can. Because he obviously got the front wing damage. And they're not quite anything doing there at the moment. Try and get a better run out of here, but to be fair, it's not too bad. The straight line speeders. Actually, Iceman's probably gained the most out of this group here. He's right, proximity arrow did turn red for a little bit, so he's really right in the back of us here. We had to run very wide coming through the back part of Belgium here. So have a little bit of a look up the inside there as Spilly goes in deep. And that's pretty much giving us the position there. So up into 8th place we go and into the points for the time being. Now we're just going to hold off Iceman for these last couple of laps here. Or maybe even try and get past Kick Butt Kiwi as best we can here. Into turn 1 we go here. I think Spilly, I don't know what he was doing there, but you could tell from that proximity area that someone was coming. I thought he was coming from me for a second, but I think he was maybe just straight lining it straight into the wall there because, yeah, with the front wing damage and all there. So, not been a good race at all. Well, it was okay to start for Spilly, but not now. The back end is now. He's slowly closing in here on Kick Butt Kiwi, but here comes Iceman around the outside. He breaks way a lot deeper and actually getting the move done here. So, fair play to him. That was actually a pretty decent move there in the end. Ignore the fact that it's green flags here.
They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. The time last lap was a 2-minute 1.5, falling back by around 1.2 seconds a lap.
And obviously ignore that bit because we've lost quite a bit of momentum there. Go through Broxel's going in deep through that corner there. But you saw then that James is now retired from the Grand Prix. Let's have a look on board here, see what's occurred here. So he's battling away with, I think that's Alex. Yes, it is. Another Campos car, runs a little bit wide. He can actually get the time penalty for his trouble. So now he's going to look up the inside here, and he has a little bit close for comfort there, but gives him a little bit of a nudge there. Don't get on that curb, James. And he just manages to avoid losing another bit of his front wing. But I think he's still struggling with that front wing damage. Back we go to the front group again. I think Toddy's closing in here on Crossy for for the final spot on the podium. This will definitely help because obviously Crossy is not Crossy. Spilly's not going to score some points, but Schmitty is going to gain probably a little bit of points here. Actually, Gaming Wave was actually on soft compound tyres, so it might have been a little bit of a glitch there. But it did. I think at the start it did say he was on the medium tyres, but he's on the softs actually. So fair play. Go for a big gamble there on the soft compound tyres. This is James getting past Proximity Ross. Yes, it is. And he gets that move. Well, we did get it done, but then he comes back to Proximity Ross. Now they're going to go side by side. Oh, don't go. Like I said, don't go side by side up Eau Rouge here, lads. This is risky. Oh, no.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
That would probably explain a lot of what happened with James. But here we go. Look at this battle here with Iceman looking up the inside at the end of Blanchimont, I think. I think that's the penalty for Iceman there, so he's got a 3-second time penalty. So do we. Now, this battling here has just brought us back into the fight here for, you could literally say the final points paying position here. But he lost the back end there a little bit, did to Iceman. Have a think about it. We'll just let him know that we're going to have a look here as he runs in deep. If we had a much better drive out of the corner here, we might have had a much better run. Unfortunately, we don't.
Less than a second separate you. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 7 laps old. The time last lap was a 2-minute 1.4. They're dropping back by around 4/10 a lap.
As a correction, he does not have a penalty, so it might have been actually for Dr. Dre maybe, or yeah, that might have been actually for Dr. Dre. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we didn't quite have enough momentum there. Catch up back up to these guys. But we're still there or thereabouts here. I think this is, but that's not going to help our cause either with getting a 3-second time penalty. So literally we have to get past these guys as quick as we can, otherwise, and obviously build up a gap. But yeah, it's going to be probably a difficult ask because Iceman's, like I said, has got no penalties. I'm not sure about Kick Butt Kiwi there. So but here we are onto the last lap with these guys as here comes Zach trying to get the final spot on the podium here as it's closing in on Toddy for second place. Is it? No, sorry, I'll take that back. It's for 4th place. I'll take that back. But Oh, a little bit of contact there, and Zach will get the move. Yes, he does. Around the outside. Not easy, but he gets it done. Nice job all around from those fellas. It's back we go to our little battle pack here for the final points paying position here. We've got a little bit of a gap as well behind the Dr. Dre. Like I said, I think he's got penalties, but still managing to hang on here. As I think the big loser might be Kick Butt Kiwi because he's got nobody in front of him here. He obviously won't have the DRS, but we set a personal best on that lap. What was it? 2 minute .967. So about 7/10 off what it was back in the feature race. But yeah, here we go up on the final lap here. And Spa Frogger shot a nice run through there. Up Rouge and Ruddy on as here comes Iceman up around the outside. We're going to try and get the slipstream as well. Maybe try for a move here on Kick Butt Kiwi. Into Lake Com. We think about it. As Iceman will get clear and up into 7th place he goes. Now we're going to see if we can try and maybe get the final points paying position. Like I said, I don't know the penalty situation with Kick Butt Kiwi. But I dare say probably have nothing so far penalties wise. Try everything we can here to get past the UNI Virtuosi car. Just not quite having enough here at the moment here, but now through Puon we go. We've got to get a nice run through here out of Puon, but we're getting closer a little bit here, so this move might not be done yet. Yeah, for here as we into turn 13 and 14 for the last time as we get on the curb a little bit there. It lost us a bit of ground there. This is probably one of our last shots here coming onto, well, through Blanchim on and into the bus stop chicane. That's probably one of our last chances. If we get a nice run out of here at the final couple of corners, we get a warning there for track limits. We just slowly but surely have to use the slipstream here because there's no DRS on this back straight. We're going to look up the inside here at Blanchim on. My voice is nearly going here, so trying my absolute best to keep it going. We try to go around the outside here. If we didn't maybe touch the grass there, we might have actually hung on there, but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. So Kick Butt Kiwi will get P8. We're going to get P9 on the road here. Not sure if we'll hang on to it afterwards, but I think actually lost a spot in the end to Brenner. Oh, my teammate, I think a little bit caught up in the battle there. I think Tay Lunacy there, and he lost a couple of spots there, but I think he gets back up into 12th place in the end. So, yeah, pretty good recovery drive there from Stone Tower there. But there's the podium. So it went to Schmitty there in the second race there, ahead of Gaming Way for, I think, he did a decent job there, getting soft tyres for 9 laps. So that's not too bad if that is the case. I think that was the case anyway. And I think Toddy managed to hang on for the final spot on the podium there. So we'll have a look at the final race results there. Fortunately, I didn't get the championship standings. Either I forgot to get the take a picture of them, or they weren't done after this round. I can't remember off the top of my head. But Schmitty, Gaming Wafer, and Toddy 1, 2, and 3. Crossy in 4. Zach will get P5 and extra bonus points for the fast lap. Pure Gold, Iceman, Kick Butt Kiwi. Breno gets 9th place, so we drop back to P10. So those penalties did cost us in the end. Dr. Dre, Stone Tower, Teen Lunacy, Gold Gloves, Alex, Proximity Ross, and then Plebs, and then all the way down to the other DNFs. Pure Gold gets the round ahead of Zach Crichton and Schmitty there in P3. We get no points, unfortunately. And we do finish at P13 of a teammate in P15. So not ideal weekend overall there for the MP Motorsport gang, but hopefully we'll push on for the next round, which I think is the Italian Grand Prix, which we'll wait and see how that goes there. But I said the lobby sort of glitched a little bit at the end, so nice way to end it at the end of this race. But hopefully you enjoyed this race. If you did, be sure to give it a big smash on that like button. As always, you can leave your comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for plenty more race spec F1 Esports content on F1 2019, plus plenty more video gaming content as well. As always, all my social media links will be down in the description. Plus, as always, I'll leave the links down below to everybody else's point of view POVs that I used in this video. I'll leave their channels down below if you want to go check them out. Plus, I'll leave the links for RaceSpec, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the YouTube channel, plus the live stream. I think there was a live stream from this, so you can go check those out as well. But yeah, till the next round, which will be the Italian Grand Prix, I believe. It is goodbye, and I'll see you all next time.